Dear friend, our problem is so deep. The mountain we are hiking is so steep. I doubt that we get there in time, but we'll carry on to climb. They rule out our eyes with a sweep. Miss open minus fell asleep. But even if I want to quit, we'll carry on to climb. The whole world has been deeply infected. Contamination of the water and the soil. The air is not in better shape. It's not the latest grain. No. Fertility rate is going down. Mr. President acts like a clown. Everything is falling apart from the ground. It's too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, I'm afraid. It's too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, I'm afraid. This storm is coming closer. Down. Different, I'm afraid. Dear friend, our problem is so deep. The mountain we are hiking is so steep. I doubt that we can get there in time, but we'll carry on to climb. They rule out our ideas with a sweep. Miss up and minus fell asleep. But if I want to quit, we'll carry on to climb. The whole world has been deeply infected. Contamination of the water and the soil. The air is not in better shape. It's not the latest grain. Fertility rate is going down. Mr. President acts like a clown. Everything is falling apart from the ground. It's too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, I'm afraid. It's too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, but we'll carry on to climb. Too late, I'm afraid. It's too late, I'm afraid. Dear friend, it's too late, I'm afraid. Dear friend, but we got to carry on to climb. Dear friend, carry on to climb. Dear friend,
What is good, ladies and gents? So, I messed around with the settings yesterday to see if I could try and get this fucking microphone to actually record some sound rather than my breathing. I don't know what its problem is. It's like it wants to pick up that sound, but it doesn't want to pick up my voice. It's it's a bit frustrating, shall we say. So, I hope you enjoyed the little intro video. Took a little bit of time to make that and stitch it all together. Like I keep trying to say, they sell an image and they do exactly what's in that image, but it looks absolutely nothing fucking like it. But hey ho, such it is, and such it will be, and such it will continue to be. But, I see the like and dislike ratio to the Christmas hits. I mean, what's up with the Christmas hits, man? Do people not listen to all the Christmas hits at Christmas? I mean, at least the like to dislike ratio is more in favour of liking those Christmas hits. Too controversial, maybe. That was too much, was it? That was too much. Okay. Well, I guess it shows that not many people are listening to this, but it doesn't really matter to me. Just putting videos out onto the interwebs. I've got no sides but the Lord's side to represent. And we'll represent that side. So I don't think there's many politicians and political peoples that really really call Jesus Lord and Saviour. It's each to their own, and such it will carry on. So anyway, I'll start up another round of the backyarding videos next week, and show you what's going on there. It's becoming a little bit unmanageable. The potatoes are fucking huge. They're now over the fence line. The orange blaze maize is creeping up to the fucking fence line again. But they're autos, so it's just what they do. It's just what they do. They've got a set pattern that they grow in, and as soon as you germinate the seed, the sand timer gets turned over, and they will finish from start to finish roughly between 85 and about, I guess, like 110 days, depending on circumstances and situation. But they're on a sand timer, so the more you fuck around with them, the less time there is for them to be doing what they're doing. It's the rudialis. It's what it does. It's a cold weather landrace, and it grows in Serbia. Its originating location. It contains 0 THC. It's a rudialis. It's not hemp. It's not sativa. It's not indica. It's rudialis, and because it has this ability to germinate, grow, and then die, not requiring any form of seasonal light change, because it can't deal with the seasonal light change and flowering and all the rest of it in the short period of time that it has to grow in Siberia, because Siberian winters are pretty fucking cold, and they're not going to survive that if they were photo period. So they take that strain and then they cross it with a sativa or an indica, and that's how you get an autoflower. Some strains will actually autoflower even though they're not an autoflower, as you can see with some of my plants, because the heritage of my strain is from landrace. I've said it a couple of times, that the grower who was shut up shop like going up to about 2 years ago now, grew these from a series of landrace plants that he hybridized himself, kind of similar to what I'm doing, and then from there has tried to stabilize them. Not to criticize, I think it was a case that he was trying to create a whole catalogue of different strains, whereas I'm just trying to make one stable strain that will just grow wild out here. But then I've got the landrace strains to breed in to my strain, so I'll use my males to breed into the females of the land races that I have. But first off, I have to make more seeds. So I need to breed the land races, not crossing them, just breed the Mazar with Mazar, collect a whole big bunch of Mazar seeds, breed the Rizzoli with just itself, the Erdopert cross, and then I have the mixed Afghan seeds, which is like 5 landrace Afghan seeds, or like 5 Afghan land races, and the seeds were all mixed up in one bag. So there's no way of knowing what is what in that mix, but every seed that's in that is a landrace. So I'll show you the seeds. Here they are. And that's a bit of a breeding project over the years. It doesn't really matter if everything collapses, as long as it keeps raining and the sun keeps shining and there's still dirt to plant in, I can continue to plant. Doesn't matter where I am, I just have to dig a hole and put a plant in it. So in those terms that doesn't really affect me in any way, shape or form. Also us tradable goods, I think weed will be up there in maintaining its status and value, I guess. I'm sure in a fucked up situation of the world there will still be people who want to smoke, and when there's only people such as myself growing, because all the indoor stuff will be dead in the water. Yeah, anyway, so we shall persist in our project regardless, and carry on. So I had some thoughts about my little side project of research and development on slugs and preventing them from eating my plants. And after reviewing back the footage, I have decided that I'm not going to show that shit, because if you think the fucking Christmas hits was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. So I've decided that rather than get Peter on my arse, or some slug advocate who is all about the love of these fucking slimy cunts, I decided that I won't show that shit, because we did some experiments and there was no survivors, none whatsoever. The long and short of it is, even with salt, even with fucking salt, these slimy fucking wankers still defeated all my best efforts. I mean, short of the salt rain, which yeah, they didn't like the salt rain. The salt rain defeated them, but see, the problem with salt rain is it destroys the soil and then the plants can't grow, and there has to be methods of keeping the salt out of the soil and it only in the path of the slugs, and various methods did not work so well, and they managed to defeat it, even though it was like cripplingly painful for them to do it. They still managed it, but hey ho, the slug pellets seem to be doing alright, so rather than doing any more research and development, I think I'll just stick with slug pellets and see how that goes. So I was having more thoughts, and the thoughts were pertaining to the Scrog type-esque system that I was planning. Now, as those things can just climb up the wire, what there is a high chance is that I will just create a really lovely platform for them to just slime their fucking way across and destroy my plants without having to go anywhere near the slug tablets. So I think that might have to be saved for a different location. Or yeah, I don't want to create a feeding platform for these fucking slimy fucks, and I think that's what it's going to result in. So we'll stick with topping and letting them grow out into a bush. I could try tying them down, but again, it's creating a platform for the slimy fucks to slither their way up. I'm not really into that. I didn't grow them for slugs to fucking eat them. So yeah, the orange blaze maize and the stuff in the backyard is all going well. The footage that I'm doing in the grow thing for Grow Master Yoda, they're all looking good. I'm wondering where I'm going to put them though. I've got quite a few plants left. I mean, the idea was that as they start to show their sex, if they're male, I just come and drop another one in, up until the point where I've got none left, and then I know I will have whatever it is, 24 plants, 21 plants out there. I'm really good at maths, so you know. Yeah, but yes, so yeah, having a little bit of a fun time, I guess. It's I don't know how to put it really. Well, last like maybe 3 days, when the reality really kind of set in on the super fucking fun times that's coming, I got a little bit down, I guess. I've been consuming mushrooms. I've been assisting in that because well, there's only seven of us in my entire family who haven't taken the shit. So yeah, oh well. That'll be spectacular. And pretty much everyone I know has taken it. But yeah, we're back in was it like 2016, 2015, around that point, is when all of that stuff happened to me. And I took a vow of a Nazarite, and it's a walk that can't be completed, for one thing, not until he comes anyway, because the high priest is not here on earth with us, so a bit out of luck with quitting. So my hair is gonna probably get quite long and quite fucking unmanageable, but we'll see. Part of this is you don't drink alcohol, you don't engage in pretty much any of that type of shit, so weed became the thing, and alcohol is not so much liked, whereas that is much more preferred, surprisingly enough. It's just yeah, well, I don't want to fucking read, huh? I want to come to own interpretations of shit. So anyway, along with that comes all the thing of like, oh, let's go out drinking. Yeah, I don't drink. oh mate, you're fucking so boring now. Nary mind. Nary fucking mind. So, to me, really, all of this has pretty much had no effect on my life whatsoever. Not really, aside from just like the clusterfuck of walking around and seeing dead people everywhere, but it wasn't really too much different from before. Once you have had your eyes open, you cannot fucking close them again. There is no blue pill for this red pill. There is only one red pill, and it comes in the shape of a cross. And that red is blood. Is the blood that got shed for you and for me and for everyone else, for the forgiveness of the fact that we walk in a body made of flesh, which was given to us by Adam and Eve, who were made flesh upon eating the fucking fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. If you know good, if you know evil, congratulations, it's in you. It's quite a simple thing. When a lion hunts down a gazelle and tears its throat out, is the lion evil? When a pack of wolves tear apart a little, baby rabbit, are they evil? What about the pack of wolves is imminently about to die and their calves are about to die, and a moose kills the alpha? Is the moose evil? Is it evil? It's not evil. It's doing what its nature is to do. It's not calculating revenge. It's not plotting out how it can cause harm or take something from another. It's not sitting there envious and jealous of what its neighbour has. It's not trying to do anything other than what it was made to do. Us, on the other hand, we know that when you see someone who's sad and upset, you go over to them and you hug them and you find something nice to give to them because you know it's good. And you know when someone wrongs you and you sit there and coldly calculate how you're going to get your revenge on them, you do evil because you know it. And it happens around puberty time. But what they're trying to persistently do these days is instill the nature of good and evil onto children before it's time, and show them evil and good before it's time. And when you hit puberty is when you're kind of a bit fucked, really, because you are now in the full knowledge of good and evil. And the more they adulterate the children, the more come online for the judgment, because there's quite a lot of overstanding that you're gonna need. And it's given all in the parables. So you have the parable of the workers on the vineyard. There's two of them. The first one is that the Lord of the land had a vineyard and it was ripe for harvest, and there was no workers. So he sent out his employees out into the village and said, anyone who comes and assists with the harvest will get 1 penny. And many came. And weeks passed, and the vineyard's harvest was extraordinarily large. And more came, and more came, and more came, all having agreed to be paid a penny. And then as the last wine barrel was placed on the back of a cart, more came, and they were given a penny also. And the ones right at the very start said, "But master, we've been here this whole time. Surely this is unfair." And the master said, "The agreement was a penny." Do you think that's unfair? Salvation is in the same likewise fashion. That is a parable of the vineyard where the master leaves. When the master leaves, he leaves his servants in charge. And the master has gone for many years. And in that time, the servants say, "Surely the master's dead. He's not coming to return. We'll take the land for our own, and we'll be the masters of the land." And then the master wrote and sent men, and the men came to the people who were in charge of his land, and they killed them. They sent one back, and one came back and told the master, and the master sent more men. So the men went there. Same thing happened to them. So now the master's lost quite a few men. The master says, "Well, surely if I send my son, they'll know I'm serious." So the son went, and the people looking after the land who thought that it was theirs, they said, "Oh, look, it's the heir to the throne. If we kill him, he's got no one left. And then when he dies, we'll take charge." So they killed him. And the master heard the news of the death of his son. So he rallied his army and smashed the absolute fuck out of that land. And the ones that he found that were there, that were trying to fight against those people who were thinking that they were the master, he gave them the land. He gave them all the riches. He's told us it all because, well, anyway, there's some people saying, in a bit. Kind of now concerned that maybe this mic's been off the whole time. We're not short of some sabotage. So yeah, anyway, droning on. But, what else is there to do? What else is there to do? Watch the days pass, watch the plants grow, check up on them each day, see how the progress is, carry on, and carry on, keep a watchful eye on the signs of the times. Well, it'll be interesting, hey? At least no one can say that it's not fucking interesting. Suddenly, the mundaneness of life and the waking up each day got switched up. I mean, right. They set out their initiatives. They were called Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. These initiatives were set up, and there was years and years that people were saying the fucking UN is these clusterfuck people. They're the New World Order. They are the Nazis who have just re-established themselves. And at this point in time, there wasn't really that much of the internet in the way that we know it today. Okay. As time progressed, more people have come online and have been able to see and witness the stuff that's going on. So the chanting of this got louder. And even in 2018, when people were like, look, They're trying to fucking initiate Agenda 21. Look, here it is here it is there, here it is all over the fucking place. And people, the naysayers, were like, no, how can they manipulate the entire fucking earth? Oh, yeah, they can manipulate the entire fucking earth, can they? Well, it is, what, the 8th today? The 8th of July 2021. What's happened in all the fucking shops? What's all over the fucking news? The manipulation of the people to enact Agenda 21. This is fucking Agenda 21. Now they've got Agenda 2030. And by Agenda 2030 they need to reduce the population significantly. Now, for many years, like back in fucking 2016, so one of the first things that I saw that woke me up to this was looking at this website called Deagle. Deagle is a US military website. It is legitimate. It's as fucking legitimate as .gov is legitimate. This website tracks the buying and purchasing of all military and aviatory vehicles, weapon systems, various different medical stuff, and all of this types of things across the world. It maps out and will tell you, if you go onto the fucking website now, it'll tell you how many Boeing 747s the UK has bought. It'll tell you how many Chinooks they've bought. It'll tell you how many fucking F-15s they've bought. It'll tell you about how many sea vessels they've bought. It'll tell you what weaponry and ammunition they've bought. It tracks all of it in near on real time of all countries. Now back in 2016, they had up on their website, and they had this up until I think it was about middle of last year, population predictions for the world. In the US, it's something like 600 million people predicted, and by 2025 there would be something like 60 million. It said that in the UK there'd be something like 62, 64 million people. By 2025 there'd be 14 million. And there was videos of people pointing this out, going, what the fuck is this? Like, what the actual fuck is this? And about mid last year, Deagle stripped the entire website, and you cannot go on there and find it anymore. However, we have this magical thing called the wayback machine. And the wayback machine, I can leave you the link to it, will let you go onto any website that's operational, and any website that's been closed down, and will allow you to observe all of the changes and on what date they were made. Because when you put something on the internet, you can never remove it. If you think that you have deleted those pictures, you have deleted those comments, you have not fucking deleted them. They are saved hard onto the interwebs. It's already there. What the Wayback Machine allows you to do is access all of it from its conception, when it was first put online, and see on what date a modification was made, and you can then compare the web pages to what it now looks like. So when you go onto Deagle using the Wayback Machine, you can see all of it. You can see every fucking iteration that's been changed, on what date it was changed. And this is for all things. It's especially useful when it comes to the bullshit merchants called NASA, because NASA likes to chop and change shit around quite frequently, because maintaining a lie is a fucking hard thing to do. Don't fucking care if you think the Earth is a ball, a globe, flat. Zero fucks are given. What I think the shape of the Earth is what it says, how God created it. You cannot leave this plane, not without leaving your body. So we are here, and the best thing that I can equate it to is Minecraft. If you have ever played Minecraft and you've got it on infinite setting, you can just fly up into the sky and keep going and going and going and going and going some more. And that's like the plane to which we live, except there's weird shit that happens when you get to certain points in the earth where you kind of come back upon yourself. It's like the most amazing prison, if you will, like a box where you're trapped here. And the opening of a box is across. What? You know. It's all there. It's in front of your eyes. It's just, are you going to put those glasses on and see it? So anyway, Google stripped this off their website, so now you can't see it anymore. Well, not unless you know about the Wayback machine. And yeah, I'll leave the link in the description if you want to play around with it. All you have to do is plug in a web address or a page, and it will show you on what dates it was changed, and then allow you to go onto the website prior to its changes, and see what was there before. So yeah, I can have some fun with that. It's a nifty little tool for usefulness. You can go and have a look at the BBC, watch how much they fucking changed that shit up. Oh, we've redacted this information. It doesn't exist anymore. It fucking well does, mate. You've just tried to throw sand in people's eyes. That's all you've done. Is you cannot delete shit from the internet. Once it's on there, it is on there forever and ever and ever and ever. Well, that is until the power goes down. You can't turn the computers on anymore. It's you cannot kill the internet. My phone connected to another phone is the fucking internet. My phone connected to a billion phones is the internet. My laptop connected to another laptop is the internet. My laptop connected to a billion laptops is the fucking internet. Not unless you kill every single device, then and only then, because the very first internet, in its conception, it was two computers linked together across the Atlantic Ocean. And then they just plugged in more computers and put in more wires and put in more ways to connect each of the devices together. That's what they're trying to do with the Internet of Things. But much of this stuff is kind of it's irrelevant. It's there as what I will tell you as red pills. They like to drop their fucking red pills, mate. Dropping fucking red pills. Fire the red pill cannon. Bop 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 bop. Well, yeah, you just put yourself back to fucking sleep. So your attention was diverted elsewhere. The path is narrow. It is not wide, it is narrow. Very fucking few find it. Too few find it. Keep your eyes on the prize. Don't let fucking Satan drift you off into some other direction. If your mind is completely occupied on evil shit, then your mind is set on evil. If your mind is constantly set on good, then your mind is just set on good. Both are as bad as each other because neither of them are focusing on the one that created you. I don't know. I only do this because, well, I gave you a gold coin and I told you to go out and bring me more. So if I have this light and I do not let it shine, how much more punishment will I get than someone who never had the light? If I can use that light to ignite more light, then therefore I have done my purpose here on the earth. If I return to the Master with nothing, he is going to beat me. I do not want to hear, I never knew you. Depart from me, you worker of lawlessness. And every time I kind of, time I get sad, I guess, I just remember that be alive or be dead, I'm gonna see him come. I'm gonna see him crack that sky open, and the glory of the heavens army behind him, and wrath and judgment upon all those who hated him. A day, what a day. There will be much weeping for joy, and gnashing of teeth for those who hated him, and terror for those who had no knowledge that God was real. Hide me, for the great and terrible day of the Lord has come. Anyway, as our honour. So, it kind of does seem to me in some ways, I was really many other plans of man's heart. I was kind of hoping, just a little bit. I've got a few plans, you see. Plan A is the one where I've been preparing for. Plan A. Plan B is something else. And Plan C was that Pirate would go to the fucking moon, and I would have had time to establish and fortify. Sadly, it's looking more likely than not that that won't be happening, but we can still have some hope. You can still have hope, because many other plans do not know what tomorrow will bring. But there might have been some time to establish, but it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, Plan A was always the one of listening to the Lord and doing his will, being wise, like that slimy fucking serpent. Not that serpents are slimy, but and gentle as a dove. I was tempted. There was some temptation to bring out the sword and do a little bit of training, show a little bit of lethality, but in all honesty, I don't think it's worth my time to bother with that. I have tuned my markers though, so the T15 it's not about penetrative damage, it's about multiple strikes. That tuned up to its maximum. It doesn't really have a maximum setting because there's too many factors with it. To be honest with you, fucking first strike has been somewhat of a pain in the fucking arse. Parts that they manufacture do not fit with other parts that they manufacture, even though it's made by the same fucking company. But then I realised it's actually not made by the same company, it's made by multiple companies that they're bought out. So you've got Gorilla Air, you've got Tiberius, and there's another one, I can't remember what it is, and then they're all under the banner of First Strike. So the Tiberius doesn't fit to the Gorilla Air, and so on and so forth. So it's been a bit of a pain in the arse. But the T15 is about hits, and being hit by that thing will be fucking painful to get hit about 6 times in the space of a second. Whereas the First Strike Compact, the pistol marker, that's about penetrative damage. So the T15 will punch through probably about 2 double-walled layers of cardboard quite easily and rip through those, and it will just cut it. It will like basically cut a fucking line through those things. Whereas the FSC will go through 8 double layers of cardboard. You get hit by that thing with a rubber steel 0.68 ball. It's going to be inside you. You and it will become one. It can nearly punch through 2mm steel. If you were to be shot in the head with it, it will definitely crack your skull open. I'm pretty certain the impact of that thing in the leg will send shockwaves to the bone, causing severe nerve damage, pretty much making you have a dead leg. I'm pretty certain if you got hit in the chest with it, it will go inside you. Shot in the eye will definitely kill you. Yeah, it will fuck someone up. I don't look forward to shooting someone with that, but better that than driving a sword through them. Warnings first, then no more rings. That will come in its own due course. A fucking fun time, I'll tell you that much. I'm not a violent person, but people who want to come and hurt you and hurt other people, yeah, we defend. We don't attack, we defend. So that aspect's all sorted. I've got enough shit to, with rationing, probably last about 3 or 4 years. And then obviously in that time be growing fruit and vegetables. And well, there'll be a lot more space, shall we say. According to Deagle, the situation report is one of 247 people per square kilometre will become 57 people per square kilometre. It's not a lot of people. 50 million people is their estimate. They've already done 32 million with this shit. As I said, they tell you everything they're going to do. They show it to your face. But they do it in such a fashion that you try to tell people and they will just mock you and laugh at you like you're some tinfoil hat wearing fucking conspiracy theorist. A conspiracy is between 2 or more people who plot together to do anything. When you talk to your friend about going to the pub on the weekend, just for fuck's sake, you have conspired with that person to do an act of meeting up and going to the pub. That's not a crime to do that, but you have conspired with that person to do a deed. When Bill Gates pays vast sums of money to organisations that then push this shit out to everyone, he has conspired with those people to do that. It's not a fucking theory. He's done it. He's been in conversations with people. That's conspiring. It's not a fucking conspiracy theory. There's laws that we have on conspiracy. People are in Crown Court on a near daily basis for conspiracy charges. It's not fucking theory. They conspired to burgle someone's house. They conspired to move shipments of drugs and weapons. They conspired to move people. All of these grooming gangs are all conspiracies. They conspired together to move these girls around the country. Is that a fucking conspiracy theory then, is it? Sorry, I have a side job. Don't tell anyone. I manufacture tinfoil hats. When it's all said and done, I said, along it will come, and I just hope that when it does, a little trigger will go off in your brain going, I fucking remember Ninja saying something about that shit. Oh yeah. I know that I'm well aware that there are people on here who have brains and are well aware of what the fuck is going on. I tell you, fucking Satan is a tricky motherfucker. He's one tricky motherfucker. He can make things look good when they're bad. He can make things that look bad when they're good. Evil will be called good, and good will be called evil. Just like, I do a little checklist. Okay. How much deception is there currently in the world? Is it more or less than 10 years ago? How much race hatred is there? Is there more or less than 10 years ago? Do you think that people have grown closer together or got further apart in the last 10 years? Has the weather improved drastically and we suffer sunny, wonderful days? Again, what's happened in the last 10 years? And when you see these things come to pass, you will know I never lied to you. Anyway, we've got a pincer movement going on here with strangers. One guy doing some fucking weird leapy shit, like a rabbit, and a woman with a dog on the other side. Anyway, in a bit. Oh boy, that was interesting. Strange folk. Strange and wonderful folk. And I guess I'm part of those strange, wonderful folk. Looking like some fucking weird guy lurking in the fucking middle of the countryside. Hey, oh well. Is what it is. So fun and games to me. I was gonna sit on this thing, but it seems to be covered in fucking flies. Majestically. Oh, can you hear those crunchy fucking snails? Crunchy wanker snails. I don't know, have I talked enough shit yet? Don't know. Such is the way of the world. Well, I guess ultimately we will see who was right and wrong. We will see who will run and who will crawl. We will see it all. But yes. It seems like it's doom and gloom. But all it means is that the promises that he said are true, and the things that he said will come to pass, inclusive of all of the fucking good stuff. Eyes upon the prize. Eyes on the prize. Let's see, what is the prize? Well, I tried to say it before. Is this like this concept that people have? It's like, well, at least in hell I'll be in fucking good company, because that's where all the fucking cool people will be. Okay, buddy. See, whilst those people are languishing in the wait that seems like an eternity, waiting and waiting, I'll be here having fucking barbecues and smoking, and it'll be good times. And I'll know that every single other person around me holds no ill will to me. And all there is every day for 1,000 years of just wake up, chill out, go have fun with people here on the earth where we are right now. But without all the dog shit, without all the clusterfuck. Because all of those people who will be in good company will all be languishing in, you see, the image that they sold of hell, it doesn't say that anywhere at all in that. The lake of fire is literally a lake made of fire. All of that stuff that they have shown you, that's Tartarus, that's a prison, and that's reserved for the fallen angels and Satan, where they will endeavour to do their finest to them. And the seraphim and the cherubim will have their way with the fallen ones and Satan. That's for them. That's not for the people. The people, well, they just wait. They wait in a place that's below where we're walking, a place where the dead go, and it's just like nothing. Kind of, I guess, a bit like if you wanted an analogy for it. The Matrix is always good for a good analogy. The train man at the station, where they're just sat in a station and there's nothing in the station, there's just a platform, and when you run through the tunnel you just come back out the other end and you're just there forever. Well, not technically not forever, you're there for a time whilst you are just there going the fuck, but you'll be hungry and you'll be thirsty and you will not be able to eat and you will not be able to drink and you'll long for someone to speak to, but there'll be no one. Just emptiness and insanity. Void of anything. No hope. Nothing. Where be here, chilling out with barbecues and music and fun fucking times and just chilling. And it will be good. There won't be work. There won't be bills to pay. There won't be suffering. There won't be rich. There won't be poor. There won't be mighty. There'll just be people who are happy. But you'll be in fucking good company, man. That's where all the cool people. You'll be on your fucking own. And then, after that 1,000 years, you get resurrected and you come here and you see all the people who have been fucking living it up, having a good time, chilling out. Suddenly the party fucking crashers will come. The people will exodus into the city. And then will come fire. Oh, the fire. And then almost like if you can imagine that, like a concertina, and Adam and Eve have been concertinaed out, and each of the concerts of the concertina is like plucked, and the good ones taken, and the bad ones are burnt. The good ones taken and the bad ones burnt, and then it's all then put back together, back into one, So you and I will be one, and there'll be one man and one woman, and that'll be Adam and Eve. Because as it was in the beginning, so too shall it be in the end. So it will be me, but it will also be you, and it will also be everyone else, but it will just be you. If you can understand that, if you can understand the concept of being concertinaed out, and that is the level of the magnitude of what it takes in order to extract the knowledge of good and evil, that the good had to be separated from the bad. And this is the level and the power of the knowledge of good and evil. Because, well, if you eat that fruit, you will become as God. Quickly, we must get them out of the garden before they eat of the tree of life and become like us. God. So that's the power of it. And this is the extremeness of what is required in order to extract that. In order to be part of that which does not get burnt, you have to accept the sacrifice that was made. Did you know that the sacrifice, where it originally hails from, is Adam and Eve tried to sacrifice themselves? They tried to kill themselves as a sacrifice. And God said, no. If you want to sacrifice blood, sacrifice an animal. That's why the animals were sacrificed. That's where it comes from. Because it all started there. And then he took Isaac. And I was going to sacrifice him, but that wasn't the case. The case was to show it will be me who sacrifices my own. The body was the son because it was his and he made it and it was special to him. It was his flesh suit to wear, and he sacrificed his perfect creation, another Adam, for the redemption of Adam and Eve, just as he said he was going to. You can't kill God, but you can kill flesh. Just like you can't kill me, but you can kill my body. But anyway, I think I've rambled enough shit, and fuck knows how long this video is, but I have 10 lots of seeds to give away, so 2 people took up the offer. If anyone else would, there's free seeds. There's free seeds. Ah, motherfucking horsefly cunt. What a nice ending to the video. I shall smash you into the fucking ground. Come on, land on me, you fuck. Did I get you? I fucking got you. Where's your carcass, fuckface? Wait, it's there. Ha 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 ha! Fuck you, buddy. But it got me. Stuck its fucking probe in my arm. Anyway, until next time, this is UK Field Ninja. I'll see you all later.